Okay, so in the news today, just in time for the elections, what a shocking surprise. The World Health Organization declares Mpox a global health emergency. And let's see, did I spell everything right today? EMERGNC. Okay, I did. And this shouldn't come as a surprise. Yes, it's our elections, but remember, they found out how much control, how much money printing can go burr, how much lockdown, how much they can pad the pockets of the rich and elites by doing this. And so I think there's multiple reasons they're going to be doing it again, if I'm to be honest. This is from Brianna Morello. The World Health Organization's now declaring that monkeypox virus is a global emergency. Now, let's enjoy the fact that I can say monkeypox and mpox now, because if they try to do this like last time, they're going to come back around and say that my video needs to be taken down on YouTube because of it. Here's the official announcement from somebody that nobody elected, nobody asked for, at least of the populace. Us plebeians didn't ask for. And obviously he should be in charge of the World Health Organization because he just exudes health and vibrance, which is exactly what you want from your government officials. All right, let's listen to what he's got to say.
Today, the emergency committee met and advised me that in its view, the situation constitutes a public health emergency of international concern. I have accepted that advice.
The crackling and breaking up is not on your end. It's not on my end. This video just sounds like this because, very professional World Health Organization.
The detection and rapid spread of a new clade of Mpox in Eastern DRC, its detection in neighboring countries that had not previously reported Mpox, and the potential for further spread within Africa and beyond is very worrying. In addition to other outbreaks of other clades of Mpox in other parts of Africa, it's clear that a coordinated international response is essential to stop these outbreaks and save lives. Today, the emergency committee met.
That's it for that. What a surprise. Shocking. Shocking, one might say. How about this one?
It's a catastrophe, nothing less.
Well, here we go again. So anyway, from the official announcement. Now, I've got two to read, but here's about the contagion of it. Now, they call it monkeypox, but they're rebranding it as Mpox, apparently, because monkeypox is very discriminatory towards monkeys. or it could be that people are just saying, well, I'm not going to get it from a monkey. So why worry about it? So, of course, they're doing a rebrand. Monkeypox can be transmitted via physical contact. Well, I'm safe. I don't touch other human beings. They say touching clothing, bedding, or towels used by someone with the Mpox rash. Don't need to worry about that. Touching monkeypox skin or blisters or scabs. Don't need to worry about that. The coughs or sneezes of a person with the monkeypox rash. Well, you don't need to worry about that because you'll be able to see somebody. And so now, instead of going to, the grocery store or wherever, and you got to wear 15 masks and a biohazard suit and stay 6 feet away from everybody, even though none of that has been proven to actually do anything. Now they'll just tell you to stay home if you have a rash. So I would not be surprised if they say it's mutating, or now you can catch it without the rash, or whatever, because, God forbid they don't have enough control. They say in the US and Europe, there were slightly more than 30,000 and 25,000 Mpox cases, respectively, between May 2022 and 2023. Officials distributed over 1 million vaccine doses. How do you have the medicines for this stuff within a year? Oh, trust the science, everybody. As a result, Mpox transmission significantly declined in most countries. By May 2023, the WHO lifted. But this one's different, everybody. This one's a bad one. It's mutated into something worse, so we can take control of your lives. WHO declares Mpox outbreaks in Africa a global health emergency. Is new form of the virus. It's a new form, everybody. Be afraid. Be very afraid. London, AP, World Health Organization, declared the Mpox outbreaks in the Congo and elsewhere in Africa a global emergency on Wednesday, with cases confirmed among children and adults in more than a dozen countries and a new form of the bug spreading. A few vaccine doses are available for the continent. This will obviously cause the governments to shut down the borders, to cause them to be very careful about where people are coming from, to make sure this, just kidding, they're going to keep the borders open to make sure that this gets here, and then that way they have more control to scare you. I guess it's a good way to end the UK protests. It's a good way to mess with it. We get mail-in voting here in the United States. It is what it is. Earlier this week, the Africa Centers for Disease Control and Prevention announced that the Mpox outbreaks were a public health emergency, with more than 500 people being ended, passing away, and calling for international help to stop the spread of it. Hey, again, I will remind everybody, this would be a great time to contact your congressmen and senators and tell them you're very worried about this, and they should close the borders. They won't do it for anything else, so of course they're not going to do it for this. This is something that could concern us all. The potential for further spread within Africa and beyond is very worrying. The Africa CDC previously said Mpox, also known as monkeypox, has been detected in 13 countries this year, and more than 96% of all cases and people passing away are in Congo. Okay, so there's a 4% of people in the whole world outside of Congo that have had it. Oh, very scary. Cases are up 160%, and people passing away are up 19% compared with the same period last year. So far, there have been more than 14,000 cases, and 525 people have expired. We're now in a situation where Mpox, you know what I don't like about that word? It reminds me of Mbop, that song by the Hanses. Pox, pox, beep it up, bop. That's why I don't think anybody will take it serious. They got to come up with a better name than Mpox. It's too poppy and happy sounding. It poses a risk to many more neighbors in and around Central Africa, said Salim Abdul Karim, a South African infectious disease expert who chairs the Africa CDC emergency group. He said the new version of Mpox spreading from Congo appears to have an expiration date of about 3 to 4%. So if they're saying that this is now 3 to 4% of a expiration, you get it, you got a 3 or 4% chance of expiring. Isn't that the same as what they were saying the other thing that went around the world that shut everything down? Isn't that about the same percentage they said that? And then they revised it and revised it and revised it down to like 0.002%. I'm just asking. In 2022, the WHO declared Mpox to be a global emergency after it spread more than 70 countries, but then nothing came about it. And you know what they said at the time? They said, really, the only people that need to worry about this is somebody that has intercourse with somebody that has it. And everybody went, oh, and they also said the gay community. It was like spreading amongst gay men. And they were like, oh, okay, that's no big deal. I'm fine then. And they said, darn it. We failed to scare everybody appropriately. How are you going to take control of the world as the elites and turn up the money printers again if you don't scare them? So now it has to be different. Now it has to be a sneeze, a cough, lingering on surfaces for 72 hours. Like they'll come up with something. Officials at the Africa CDC said nearly 70% of the cases in Congo are in children younger than 15, who also accounted for 85% of those not making it, expiring. First identified in these countries, unlike previous outbreaks. Okay, let's see. Okay, here we go. Here we go. This is the part I was waiting for. Unlike in previous mpox outbreaks, where lesions were mostly seen on the chest, hands, and feet. Oh, you know, it'd be smart if I started recording this. Damn it! Damn it! Forgot to record it again. They say, unlike in previous mpox outbreaks where lesions were mostly seen on the chest, hands, and feet, the new form causes milder symptoms and lesions on your junk, on the old pocket rocket. That makes it harder to spot, meaning people might also sicken others without knowing they're infected. There it is. There it is, everybody. So now people might have it, and they might not tell you, so you definitely need to be scared. Marks of the London School of Hygiene and Tropical Medicine said that in the absence of mpox vaccines licensed in the West, officials could consider inoculating people against smallpox, a related disease. Here come the virus sales, everybody. Quick, go buy yourself some pharma stock. The Congo hasn't received any of the mpox vaccines it has requested. United States and Japan are the two countries that are positioned themselves to give vaccines to our country. There's a word for that. There it is. There it is. The money. The money. It's all about the money. I wonder if they're going to try to press this here in foreign countries. I wonder if they're going to push it. They do have they do have another announcement here. Let's play this announcement as well. See if he's got anything different. Let's see what we got.
The mpox virus.
It's got cheesy background music. Nope. Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. Good thing that our brilliant pharmaceutical companies could come out with very expensive vaccines to either give away to these poor countries at our expense, or those other countries can buy them from our pharmaceuticals and make all the money for the people. Somebody check and see what Nancy Pelosi's done. If Nancy Pelosi just bought some pharmaceuticals, definitely look into it. So we'll see. We'll see. I have a feeling, I don't think this is going to be the one that they use to try to scare everybody and everything else. That'll be like the bird flu or something like that. Especially since this needs to be mostly be transmissible by touch. I don't think this is going to go anywhere that much, but it is kind of funny to think about it just a little bit.